Millions of traders have been absolutely wrecked, liquidated, trying to long and short this choppy price action for the past few days. As the Bitcoin pump stalls out, the question on everybody's mind is, are we going to get that push up to 30K or are we going to get a significant pullback? We are going to be going in depth in this video. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to click the bell for notifications because we are going to be going deep. And yes, guys, I'm still holding all the trades that I have been in for multiple days right now, including the long from the exact bottom that we gave over in the VIP Discord. I'm still holding a short trade from the top. I'm going to be talking about exactly what I think is going to happen. So first of all, the Bitcoin price has been consolidating in between a key high and a key low. And a problem that a lot of traders have is after a big move, a lot of people trade with emotion, right? And they enter trades in this zone of consolidation and they get absolutely sliced up, death by 1,000 cuts. In fact, if we take a look at this order flow chart, all of these bubbles here are showing traders getting liquidated. It's been an absolute bloodbath, especially today, where we've seen these big swings up and down, traders just getting absolutely wrecked with these wicks and stuff like that. So what is going on? Well, most of the time, price is ranging sideways. For any asset that you are trading, 99% of the time, the price is simply ranging sideways. Let's just go back in time and take a look at the Bitcoin chart here and see exactly what is happening throughout most of the past year, okay? The price is literally trading sideways with a clearly defined low and a clearly defined high, and then eventually we get a big move to the downside right here, right? And then again, we trade this very large sideways range. I mean, we could even say that we were trading this range all summer long, and then eventually we do get a move to the downside after the FTX debacle, in which case we were trading a sideways range. Now, most newer traders coming into these markets are always looking to catch that big move, but that is the wrong mindset. Instead of waiting to try and catch a big move, we need to instead be asking ourselves, how should we approach these markets in a way that will give us the highest probability of making money? And the way we're going to do that is by buying low and selling high. If we can identify a range like this, instead of just trying to short, which a lot of people try and do after a big move to the downside, we should be saying, okay, I see a clear range. If I want to make the most money, I should buy low, long the bottom of the range, and sell high. For example, we can see that if we were simply just going to buy low and sell high in this previous range that we had down here, right? Every time we came down to the lows, we would have had one successful trade, two successful trades, three successful trades at the lows. If we had tried to short those lows, we would have had three losing trades, right? So we need to be looking to buy low and sell high. And that's actually how I was able to give the trade setup from this exact bottom right here in advance over in the VIP Discord, because we came down to an objective low and I got confirmations, bullish confirmations. And so I took the trade. This is how we need to approach the charts, because I've seen so many people get wrecked and it drives me absolutely wild. So how are we going to determine these ranges? How are we going to trade these ranges? What we're going to do is after any big move, we need to calm down, and we don't want to enter any position, especially based on emotion. What we need to do is wait and watch. And what we want to do is we want to mark out the first significant high that price puts in, and then the first significant low that price puts in. So as we're getting this pump, okay, and we're pumping and we're pumping and we're pumping, right? Let's just see what's going on here. The Bitcoin price is just pumping and I'm playing this price action. Okay, we'll play it out. Okay, boom, right? We actually just put in a very significant high right here. What you're going to do is you're going to mark out that high, okay? Because this is the beginning of what potentially is a sideways range. And then the other thing that you are going to do is you're going to mark out the first major significant low that you see. And this is now going to determine for you the range that you probably will be trading for the next day, 2 days, week, or weeks. And this is how we've been able to take these trades throughout the range, right? This is how I was able to give the short setup to basically short now from the high of what is now the local range with certain confirmations to take the short trade that I gave in advance over here. And then this is how I was able to take the long trade that I'm currently in, giving also the setup in advance right down here from 22,400, the trade that I am in right here from 22,400, as well as right here, 22,400. And again, this morning, guys, I gave the short setup from this level, the golden pocket, from around 23,175, and we come right up to 23,175, guys, and we get that crazy rejection. People were caught so off guard by this. People were trying to long the top, thinking they were going to get another breakdown, short the bottom, thinking we're going to get a break to the downside. But if we just focus on the range, eventually, guys, one of those trades is going to be the big breakout. So if you're newer to these markets, I want to encourage you to learn technical analysis, learn how to identify key areas on a chart, because this will greatly, greatly help you. If you want to join the community, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. If you want to learn how to do this, you can check out the course. There's a 20% discount in the description of the video right now. Okay, so this range is going to determine for us what happens in the future. By the way, guys, if you do want to trade on ByBit with 0% limit order fees, I do have an affiliate link in the description. There's a promotion for Jason Casper, up to $30,000 bonus, 0% limit fees. Only if you know what you're doing, sign up. Also, MEXC, 0% limit fees as well, guys. Very, very cool stuff. If you know what you're doing, these are my two favorite exchanges. People would ask me, what exchanges do I trade on? So we're currently in this range right now, and the macro context is this. We know that we've just gotten a big pump, and it happened over the weekend. We need to be very, very careful right now for liquidity grabs. We need to be very, very careful of more sideways price action, because whenever we put a high over the weekend, or whenever we put a low over the weekend, both of these highs and lows were put in over the weekend. Most of the time, market makers, whales, whatever you want to call them, are going to go on a liquidity, a stop hunt, okay, and basically just chop everybody up like they've been doing all day. So the first thing that I am going to be aware of is basically coming back up to these highs with bearish divergences to come back inside of the range, or coming back down to grab these lows before coming back into the range. Now, if we take a look overall at this chart, we can see that it is a very, very bullish looking chart. Objectively speaking, we have just gotten a very large move to the upside, and now we are consolidating. We have been putting in higher highs and higher lows all the way back since November, about November 21st, Monday, 2022. In fact, I remember so clearly when I took this trade. I was actually in the parking lot of my chiropractor's office. Shout out to Dr. Sandy, getting an adjustment. And before I went in there, we came down to the low of the range, guys, and got that nice long trade. So this is objectively a bullish chart. What I would be looking for is either more consolidation or a move to the downside before a move up. And that could come in one of three ways. Either we are going to get a higher high right here and do a liquidity grab of the highs before some kind of a pullback, or we are going to range here just for a while, right, before getting either a move to the downside, or range here for a while before getting a move to the upside. And so what we have to do is we have to be prepared for either of those moves. How are we going to play this? For me, I'm always looking at what is going to wreck the most people. I know right now that if tomorrow we start to break out of here, okay, a lot of people are going to be FOMOing long. And what this tells me is there's going to be a lot of liquidity for larger players in the market to actually then push price back down and wreck everybody. And if we start to dump, I know a lot of people are going to be FOMOing short, which then will allow bigger players in the market to fill up long positions to get a move to the upside. So how are we going to determine what is going to happen? Well, for me, it's all about looking at the oscillator market Cipher B. If I start to see that the price is getting lower like this, and I see the oscillator, let's say on the 1 hour time frame, starting to make higher lows as the price is making lower lows, something like this, okay? And we see our oscillator actually doing something like this, where it's getting higher. This is called a bullish divergence, okay? We want to be looking for those waves on our oscillator. We have a very deep left side and a very shallow right side, very much so like this woman, okay? This woman at the diner. We can see she's coming out. She's got crooked, uneven butt cheeks, all right? Her name is Dolores, and she talks with a raspy voice. She's got a Brooklyn accent because she smokes too many cigarettes, you know what I'm saying? And we could clearly see as the price is coming on down, right? Her butt cheeks are uneven, and the money's in the right butt cheek, okay? That's what we're going to be looking for on the Bitcoin price. If we start to dump, we are going to be looking and seeing, is our momentum actually ticking up as we are dumping? Because if so, there's a good chance it's a fake out to the downside, and the opposite is true. If we start to pump and we come up above these highs and we see continued bearish divergences like this on the chart, okay, where we're putting in these waves that are much lower than the initial higher ones, right? This is now a bearish divergence. The same woman upside down, okay? This is telling us it's going to be a fake out to the upside. And so if we're aware of this, and if we're aware that price is most of the time trading sideways, we can avoid getting wrecked. Because here's the thing, I would rather take I would rather long every low and short every high and have mostly winning trades than long every high and short every low and have mostly losing trades. People always ask, Jason, what's the Bitcoin price going to do? Up or down? It depends, guys. It really depends. We can't know for certain what the price is going to do. But if we have a plan in advance, we won't get liquidated because we are using maximum absorbency. And maximum absorbency, guys, is understanding the current price action, understanding key levels of support and resistance, and then understanding where you want to enter a trade, why you want to enter a trade. This is how we're going to be successful in these markets. So it's going to be volatile moving into tomorrow. It's a Tuesday. Typically what happens, guys, Monday we don't get much. Tuesday, we actually start to get some real volatility. Wednesday and Thursday, we actually start to get a reversal. So be on the lookout for those things as we move into the week. That's it for today's video, guys. May God bless everybody in the name of Jesus the Messiah. I do pray everybody is super blessed. And I will see everybody in the next video tomorrow, 9 o'clock a.m. for New York Open Eastern Time. I will be streaming. Make sure to check it out. All right, guys. Peace.